Cancer, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late November 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Cancerians. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going. My guides and spirit team, talk to me about the Cancerians. What's going on with my friends here in late November? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself, and at the very end I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Cancer in late November 2023. My guides. All right, let's get this first card popping real quick, please. Thank you. Okay, very intellectual here. Okay, are you feeding your brain here, Cancer? Right? Are you feeding yourself information? This is very, very sharp, analytical type of energy. It always reminds me of the Ace of Swords in a way. There's like an extreme intellect here. So maybe your mind is going a little more than normal, but it's very sharp. Before we fully dive into it, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the November subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card. So when we look at the imagery here, we see that monkey. It's dressed up as Shakespeare. It's holding a skull. It's contemplating its own life. It's in front of a typewriter. There's all sort of mathematics and binary code behind it. So to me, this is a very intellectual type of card in a very good way. And when I see it, you might be overthinking a little bit, right? You might have a lot on your mind, just a lot of thinking. There could be big problem solving when we have a card like this, but it is very, very sharp nonetheless. So even though there's a lot of that mental activity, this is the type of mindset or energy you want to have when you're doing problem solving. In this time, nobody's going to get one by you when this card shows up, right? It's like straight to the point. Now, generally with water signs, since I have major water sign placements as well, we're in that watery, go with the flow, imaginative type of vibe. This is the opposite. It's like, all right, see the problem, find it, solve it. It's like very straight to the point and strict. So for a lot of you, you might just be in that mode, like, okay, identify it, fix it, we'll see. But there could just be a lot of overthinking as well. So take from that what you will. Let's put that down right there and get you into tarot now. And I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. We'll get into that intuitive juiciness here. So shuffle up one time for my Cancerians, please. And while we get the deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading, because it was a very good one. There was a lot of really nice energy around the Cancerians. The reading was titled Big Blessing Incoming, or Big Blessings Incoming. Either way, it felt really good. And that energy could still bleed over into this week, whether you've had one or you haven't. Like, it felt to me as if Spirit was bestowing beautiful blessings and energy towards you. So that's very claimable, and we'll see if that continues. A lot of times when good energies like that show up, they're extended, and I'm going to hope that's the case. But obviously, only take this reading how it hits for you, right? Because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's. Energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. I'm sure you know that, Cancer. But let's get it going. Let's get 3 cards out for the Cancerians, please, just to start. Thank you. All right, 4 swords at rest. Something's at rest here. We're taking a break, taking a snooze. Okay, maybe you need a little more rest. That's always an interesting card to start off with. Let's get a couple more. Maybe you need a little bit of rest, my friends. Hey, there's one of your power cards, and we are going from full stop to full go. Full go. Wow. What a shift in the energy. Let's get one more out here, then we'll really start to piece this together. That's like almost jarring, the way that energy goes from 0 to 1,000 real quick. All right, we have the 10 of Wands right here on the back end, so that is something we're going to have to watch out for. And there could be a couple of little embedded warnings here, nothing like too crazy as of yet. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, I'm looking down here. It's a mix of elements. We have air, we have water, we have fire, so that could be different areas of life. It could be all one situation. It could be multiple. It all really depends. But I'm already seeing a bit of a theme, because as the energy flows, like I said, it's full stop into full speed. This is the fastest card in the whole deck. It's your card. And then into the 10 of Wands. So you're really going to want to watch your energy levels in this time. Make sure you're getting the proper rest and relaxation. So let's go through one by one. I'll expand on that a little more. So position number 1, we have the 4 of Swords. It's an intellectual energy, just like the very first oracle card we saw. It is of the sword suit. And you see that person, they're laying there. They're physically not moving, but mentally there's a lot going on here. When I see this card, yes, I think of rest. I think of stopped movement. So you might be taking a break from something, taking a step back, pulling your energy back. That's a big thing with a card like this. It could represent meditation, altered states of consciousness. It could represent sleep and dreams. So there's a lot of things with this 4 of Swords, but once again, it's at a full stop, or something that's not moving, or something that's difficult to move past. Now, when we look at the challenges of this, it could be somebody that is like energetically tapped out. Okay, so that's something you really want to watch out for in this time. Watch the little tongue twister. Especially with the 10 of Wands on the back end, you really want to take care of yourself, like mind, body, and soul. Moving to the center, and another reason I say that is we have one of your power cards here. We have the Chariot. So we go from full stop into like explosive action, go. So 0 to 1,000, we have the Chariot. Fastest card, as I already said. So it's a little different in a Cancer reading when this shows up. Since it is one of your power cards, it could be you embracing your power in one way or another, or taking it back in some sort of way, or stepping into the good qualities that make you you. All right, there's nothing wrong with this card. It could represent your self-confidence, so how you're feeling about yourself, how you're viewing yourself when we see the clarifier. But the Chariot is action. The Chariot is forward momentum. It's forward movement. Let's go. It could represent distance. It could represent trips and travel, even vehicles, stuff like that. So maybe you're having certain situations that involve your personal vehicle. I know that's a very niche type of message, but the Chariot could represent that. But think full go, stop, go, like complete opposites of energy. So we really want to see what's up with that. Now, I always say the Chariot could also have a little bit of a warning involved in it as well, because chariots were initially made as an instrument of war, an instrument of battle. So although there's determination and forward movement and forward momentum, the Chariot could be combative sometimes. Like, it is a weapon. It's an ancient weapon, but it's a weapon nonetheless, when you ask me, especially when it's right next to the swords. On the back end, we have the 10 of Wands. Now, this is where the possible warning could kick in. We'll see when we clarify it. But as you see this person, they are holding all those wands. It looks like they're struggling a little bit, right? They're on the struggle bus. So when we're talking about energy, when we're talking about focus and stuff like that, there's a lot of determination with this card. That's one of the positives here. That's a positive of the Chariot as well, like keeping it going, keep moving, not stopping. So this is not a weak energy whatsoever, but it's burdened. So for some Cancerians, you might feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, right? You might be dealing with heavy things, problems, situations. So we'll just have to see when we clarify it. If it's not that, I say in its worst form, it could be someone that has a sense of guilt about them. Not saying that's you, it could be somebody else. But it is a warning, especially about the body. I want you to watch out for your neck, back, and spine in this time. You might need a little rub down, a good massage, my friends, when the 10 of Wands is here. But it is heavy, right? And it can be a warning, although it's not stopping, okay? Especially with everything surrounding it. So I want to dive deeper, Cancer. Let's jump in and clarify. Yeah, you might just be burning the candle at both ends, right? You might be expending too much energy, but let's see what's up. Oh, and yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that 4 of Swords. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Cancer, you could drop it right down in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, 4 of Swords time. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what this underlying energy is about, because I'm dying to see when the energy shifts to the Chariot. What's that 4 of Swords here? Thank you. Okay. All right, this is not a lack of effort, I'll tell you that. For some of you, you might feel stonewalled in one way or another. It's like, okay, well, I want to do this. I want to move this forward. I want to improve a certain thing or a situation, but it's like there's a blockage. That's something I'm picking up here. So whether it's a blockage between you and somebody else, maybe your hands are tied in one way or another. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So I would say in this time, watch out for any issues with an earth sign. So Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. When I see the Knight of Pentacles in reverse particularly, to me it is moving forward, or trying to at the very least. So under a card like this, there's a restlessness as well, like someone feeling restless, like, all right, I want to do something. I want to switch this. Something might not be sitting right with you. Okay, whether, like I said, could be a problem or situation that we see further down the line, but there's a blockage here where it's like, okay, well, I want to move forward. I want to fix this, or I want to improve this, but how? That's the question, like how? And it's like running into a brick wall. That's just the vibe I'm getting. Now, just to say, we do have this energy that does start to take off. So I want to say, like, watch out, like, for grass is always greener on the other side type of thinking, because it's like, all right, well, you might get your wish, you might get the progress you want, but is it going to be all it's cracked up to be? Okay. Just something to keep in mind. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. There is that little blocked up thing there in the front. So definitely watch out for the problems, situations here. So let's see what's happening with that Chariot. My guides, talk to me. Such a unique spread this week, my friends. Queen of Pentacles are, oh man. Talk about action, right? And I saw something similar in the Libra reading. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Once again, this is a warning about mother figures. So you might be having choppy issues or things with mother figures in this time, but also earth signs once again. So in this, I know Cancers generally get along with earth signs, right? Generally speaking, but you and them might be like oil and water in this time. You might not be seeing things on the right level. If this isn't an earth sign, it could be someone with heavy earth placements or behaviors, okay? Now, the Queen of Pentacles to me is very sturdy, okay? Immovable, very abundant, grounded, and all that. When I see her in reverse, similar to this Knight of Pentacles, it is a shakeup. So underneath the Chariot, this is where we have like a possible shocking change or shift, okay? Or explosive even. We could use the term explosive, shocking, anything like that that pops out of nowhere, where it's like not moving, then boom. Because when she is upended, there is change happening, okay? So whatever it is you're wanting to change, whatever it is you're wanting to shift, and you're manifesting here, I think you're going to get it, but we'll see how it shows up here on the back end, because something might pick up so much steam it's hard to process, or something might change or shift so like shockingly or explosively that it's hard to like really process it. Like, whoa, did that just happen? Like, did that just happen? So strap in, right? Put your seatbelt on, because that's what this is telling me. We're going to keep moving forward. I don't feel like I need to overcomplicate the message. It is what it is. Like I said in the beginning, there was this little blockage, like, hey, I want to do this, I want it, and then it just breaks through. So let's see what's up with the Ten of Wands, and we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the Shadow card. So why is the Ten of Wands here? Thank you. Okay, yeah, we have the Tower. So just like I said, I was getting Tower energy right here in the center. Okay, yeah. And it might be one after another here, my friends. Like multiple shocking changes. Like I feel like it could be one that you want and one that was unforeseen, like a chain of events. So keep that in mind. I feel like this is a warning, a shocking warning possibly, when we have double Tower energy starting to show up here. Now, once again, I will say, I see whoever this individual is working with it, working through it. There's a lot of determination, so this isn't going to stop someone, but you know what the Tower means, right? If you watch Tarot, you know what this means. It's upheaval, it's shock, it's change, it's unexpected. So for some of you, yeah, there's the one that you want and it's going to break through, but there could be an unexpected problem or a surprising problem that is like a domino effect. That's one thing I'm picking up here on the back end. It's like, okay, well, I wanted to move this forward. I wanted this, then that happened, and this was a result of that. You know, I'm just getting this domino effect. So in this time, watch out for that. Like, I would say be careful what you wish for. You know, whatever situations or problems that you're dealing with, try to look at the big picture here, you know, and obviously, if this isn't hitting for you, if it's not making sense, check your other alignments. This might be for somebody else. But the double Tower energy is a warning for sure. Okay, a warning about the shock, the surprising and unexpected problems that could pop up. So, I mean, it is what it is at this point. Let's go through and do a quick recap here, Cancer, because I wasn't expecting that on the back end. But like I said, we'll take it for what it's worth. Let's go through and then we'll talk about the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box here, position number 1, we do have the Four of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles in the upright. So it's like the way the energy is moving is very slow. It's not really moving that much. It's wanting to move. Then it's like boom, boom. It's like building up, and then boom, 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 boom. I do get somebody manifesting, trying, knowing what they want to do, but they might not see every single angle of what they're dealing with. Moving to the center, we have the Chariot with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Watch out for issues with earth signs, mother figures, stuff like that in this time. But there is that breakthrough. There's that explosive energy, like I was saying, where things could change and shift in a very powerful way. But once the die is cast, once things start moving, there's going to be a domino effect. And we see it right here on the back end. The double tower energy with the 10 of Wands and the tower in the upright, like I said, it's shocking. It could be unexpected problems or surprising problems popping up where this happens because of that. Or it's like, all right, well, that happened, now this is going to happen. So it's just the domino effect, and I do feel like this is a warning that I do have to give to you, okay? So whether this is something that has happened or something that's going to come down the pipeline, we all deal with these energies from time to time, right? There's no stopping, though. Like, there is a continued determination, which I love about this. So please, if you want to look into this further, please take a screenshot. Let's see what's in the shadows for you, though. So shuffle it up one time for the Cancerians, my guides. Let's see what's in the shadows for Cancer. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end. I feel like it's a nice thing to do, whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Okay, so what's in the shadows for my friends? It doesn't always have to be a challenge or a tough card either. So let's see what's happening. Guides and Spirit Team. Oh, and yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it down in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel and support my mission. So there's a lot of tiers to choose from. Obviously, no pressure, but let's get it going. What do we got for Cancer, please, in the shadows? Thank you. Chariot again. The Chariot is in the shadows. So once again, there's extra importance to this Chariot energy. That once something starts moving, once the die is cast, it's cast, and you're going to have to see it through. That's one thing that Spirit might be wanting to reiterate to you. So remember all the beautiful positive things I was telling you about the Chariot and the determination. That goes double here now, but also the warnings about conflict and things like that. Now, yeah, sure, it could be issues around distance or travel, trips, all that stuff. But in a Cancer reading, when we see the Chariot in the shadows, it's about how you view yourself and how you treat yourself. That's a very big thing. It's about your self-confidence. Are you confident in your ability to handle issues and problems? Are you kind to yourself? Okay, are you kind to yourself? Like, do you look upon yourself favorably? That's a big thing when one of your power cards is in the shadows. And regardless of issues, problems, or situations you might be going through, this card tells us, whether you're a cross watcher or not, this Chariot is saying, like, keep going, but be kind to yourself. Treat yourself with respect and love, okay? Be forgiving of yourself sometimes if you've made a mistake. It's all that stuff balled into one, okay? So just watch out for the conflict for sure, Cancer. But yeah, that's what we have for you this week. Please don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the November subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the October subscriber surprise, the winners will be in the community tab after this week's fire and air readings. But for November, we're bringing back winner's choice. 2 lucky subscribers will get to pick a deck of their choosing up to $40 US. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the zodiac signs, which one do you think is the most fun? Which one do you have the most fun with? And yeah, after that, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of November, I'll pick the winners at random as usual. My friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.